Hello friends, welcome back to a brand new episode, and in today's video we'll be doing an in-depth review of the Galaxy J7 Mac recently launched by Samsung at a price of 17,900 rupees. So in this review we'll be covering the screen quality, the sound quality, the camera performance benchmark test, gaming review and many more things, so do stay tuned for this review. So coming to the specs of the device, the CPU is the MediaTek Helio P20 while the GPU is the Mali T800 MP2. The RAM on the model is 4 gigs and the internal storage is 32 GB. It has a dual nano SIM with a micro SD card support up to 256 GB, and the micro SD card is a dedicated slot. The screen is an LCD 5.7-inch Full HD display, while the weight of the phone is 179 grams. Coming to the rear of the device, the battery of the phone is 3300 mAh, but it does not support fast charging. Color options are black and gold, and the fingerprint scanner is embedded in the home button. It ships with Android 7.0 Nougat. Coming to the camera of the device, the rear camera is a 13 megapixel camera with f1.7 and the selfie is 13 megapixel with f1.9. The selfie camera also has a flash. Micro USB charging is supported and fast charging is not present in the device. So let's start with the review process and see what's in for us. So on the home screen you get these two home screens. If you long press on the home screens, you get these three options: the wallpaper and themes, the widgets and the home screen settings. If you click the home screen settings, you will be greeted with this thing: the home screen layout, the home screen grid, app screen grid, apps button and hide apps. So if I show the apps button, an apps button will be on the home screen, while if I hide it and I go back to the home screen, it works like the launcher in S8 or S8 Plus. If I swipe up or down, I go into the application menu, and if I swipe back, I go back to the home screen. So a very easy way to get into the application menu and come back to the home screen. So if I swipe to the extreme left, I get this briefing. I really don't like this briefing, and I would recommend anyone, if you are not a very big fan of reading news and articles every day, then long press, swipe left and switch off the briefing. It will save you RAM, it will save you battery, and it will give your phone a better performance. So quickly we'll be going into the settings and the notification panel. So the notification panel comprises of all the things as usual found in Samsung phones: the Wi-Fi network, the sound, Bluetooth, auto rotate and all those things. So if you click here, you can click on the show control on top for the brightness, and once you enable this feature, when you will swipe down the notification bar, you will get the brightness slider. So you can easily slide in, increase and decrease the brightness from here. You don't need to swipe twice to get into the brightness control. So getting into the settings of the device, the settings are very usual for all the Samsung phones. So the first settings we get is the connection settings. So the connection comprises of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data usage, flight mode and all those options related to connections. Coming to the sound and vibration, one thing that is missing in the Galaxy J7 Max, a number of people ask this question, that it is not supportive of haptic feedback. So while pressing the back or the menu or the multi-application key, you will not be alerted by a vibration pattern, and the keyboard will also not vibrate while typing. So from here you can change your ringtone, you can set the vibration alert and a number of options. Then going into the third settings, the notification settings. So when in notification settings, you can click on any application, you can enter the application and you need to allow notifications. By default, all applications have been allowed notifications in Android Nougat. So if you want that some application should not notify you, just switch it off. Going into the display settings, we have the auto brightness control, the screen zoom and font, the home screen mode, status bar. So status bar, I'll definitely recommend you to enable the battery percentage, as it is very handy to know at what percentage of battery you are currently and how much you need to save. So quickly we'll be going back and we'll be going into the wallpapers and themes. So the wallpaper and themes or the Samsung theme store comprises of three options: the wallpapers, the themes and the icons. One option which is not found in the Galaxy J7 Max is of the always on display. Because the always on display is not supported by this model, therefore Samsung theme store does not comprise it. So from here you can download any wallpaper, any theme. Number of themes are free and number of them are paid. So if you need to download some paid themes, you need to have a credit or a debit card, or you can even pay via your mobile number. So a very useful application, the Samsung theme store, to change the look of the device entirely. So clicking to the advanced features, we have this multi-window quick launch camera. So if you double click on the home button, it quickly launches the camera as it used to do in the Galaxy S7 and the Galaxy S7 Edge. You also have this multi-window direct call smart alert dual messenger. So this interesting feature that you have dual messenger, if you have some messaging applications installed, then you can use two separate accounts for the same application. A second app icon will appear on the desktop. So a very helpful applications to use Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp Messenger and a number of applications. Now the next thing very important is the device maintenance. So device maintenance, when you go in, you get all these options: battery, storage, memory, device security and ultra data saving mode. So you just need to click into the memory and I'll be seeing how much RAM is available out of 4 gigs of RAM. And the available space currently is 1.5 GB and the used is 2.2 GB. The reserved is 354 MB. So if I click clean now, I'll get somewhere around 700 MB free and my free RAM will be around 2.2 GB. So let's see. So available space currently is 2 GB while the system and apps are using 1.7 GB. I will definitely be recommending you one thing. You have to go back to the home screen, long press, go to the widgets and add this widget called as device maintenance. So just long press and this 5x1 widget, drag it to the home screen. And now you have this optimize button on the extreme right. Whenever your phone is lagging or whenever you think that it is not working that fast, just click on the optimize button and you will be good to go. So no need to use any third-party launchers or third-party cleaners. You just need to work with this optimize button and it will help you a lot to boost the memory of the phone. Next thing you have is the lock screen and security. So the lock screen and security has all those regular features like the swipe mode and all those pattern. We have the fingerprint scanner embedded into the home button in the Galaxy J7 Max. So here you have the swipe direction, pattern, pin, password, none, and you also have the biometrics as the face and the fingerprint. So you can either use the fingerprint scanner or you can use the face recognition technology, which is also present in the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. So very good to see that they introduce all these features in the phones within the range of 17 to 25,000 rupees also. So let's quickly jump into the about phone and you have this Galaxy J7 Max. The software information is Android 7.0 and it is running on the Android Nougat. So quickly we'll be going back to the home screen and we'll be again going into the settings, and from settings we'll be quickly going into the lock screen and security and we'll be registering the fingerprint to see and test how's the fingerprint scanner performance. So let's continue and quickly select the pattern L. Yes, once again. So here we are ready to register our fingerprints. So quickly now the registration process is fully complete. I'll be clicking done and I don't want to see any notifications on the lock screen. Quickly closing. So one important feature that I do want to check is that if I lock the screen and I don't unlock it, will it activate the fingerprint scanner? So let's press, and yes, it activates the fingerprint scanner. So previously in the previous generations like Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge, we had to press the power button to unlock or to activate the fingerprint scanner, but in the latest models or the coming flagships or any devices of 2017, Samsung has managed to do this thing that even if you don't press the lock screen button or the power button, you still get the fingerprint scanner activated and you come to the home screen. So the speed of the fingerprint scanner is good. I would not say that it is the best, because I cannot expect best things from a device worth rupees 17,900 rupees, but at 17,900 rupees the fingerprint scanner works perfectly fine. So let's test how's the camera, the focus. So you can see that it is focusing pretty fast. I'm not having any problems while focusing the device. So let's click one or two more pictures, and then quickly I'll be showing you a number of sample pictures that I managed to click with the device around, and I'll be also comparing some images with the Galaxy S8 Plus so that you can get a clear glimpse that how's the performance of the images from the Galaxy J7 Max. So let's click some images using the selfie camera. So here we click, get some shots. So the performance of the selfie camera, as I feel, is not very fast. It stutters a bit, but yes, what end results I got were pretty impressive, and it justifies that it is a 13 megapixel camera. I don't know how S8 has an 8 megapixel camera and it performs so well while they rate 13 megapixel on this, and still the performance is not at par. So probably I will say that it is equivalent to a 5 megapixel selfie camera. So you can see these selfie images all are from the selfie camera, and the details are good while indoors. So some images got blurred while taking the pictures as the optical image stabilization is not present, and this was the image I took using flash of the selfie camera. The rear camera performs very well, and the details I got were pretty impressive from a camera or a phone like 17,000 bucks. So you can see the rear camera performs very well and captures the details of the foreground and the background very well. So these are some pictures that I clicked with nearly no light present around, and I managed to get some decent shots. I'll be comparing these images also with the Galaxy S8 Plus so that you can see the difference, what difference comes out from a phone, a flagship phone, and from a budget oriented phone. So indoors photo with no light around, it was totally dark inside the car. So here's a shot of the setup, and you can see that the detail captured by the Galaxy J7 Max is pretty good. So the close-up focus, the transient 3.0 writer, very clear photo, again the aviators and the camera, and again you can see this laughing Buddha image under good light conditions. I have reduced the light conditions here a little bit, so I lose detail. Again I have reduced the light conditions a lot. So here you can see the J7 Max in comparison to the S8 Plus under the same light conditions, and both are using the auto mode of the camera. So pictures on the S8 Plus tends to be very natural in color, and the lighting was exactly what it captured. Again in this image the details of the fonts are very clear. So quickly now I'll be going into the gallery application, and from gallery we'll be going into my albums, from which I'll be comparing the screen quality, and we'll see how the colors perform and how are the blacks and how vibrant are the colors. So let's see this first image, which has vibrant red, green and yellow. So you can see that the performance of the screen is pretty decent. I would say it does justice to the image. So coming quickly to the second image, again you can see the image of the Petronas Tower, Kuala Lumpur, that the images are doing fine. So the colors are also vibrant enough. So a performance from an TFT LCD screen, I would say that it is much above than the name. Again you can see here that the red apples seem to be very vibrant in nature. And yes, if I compare this screen with a Galaxy S8 Plus or any AMOLED display, yes, it is very dull in comparison. The brightness is very low, but still the performance individually while using it in a day-to-day basis is very nice. So here you can see the blacks. The blacks are pretty point perfect, and let me zoom in a little bit and you can see that there are no distortions. Even after so much of zooming, I get the clear details and I get very crisp blacks on the back. Once again zooming in, you can see the blues and the browns. So all the colors perform pretty well, and I would give this screen a 7 out of 10 in the performance of colors and the contrast. So let's quickly play some video and see how's the video performance of the phone. So here you can see again that the images and the color contrast are very good in nature. The brightness currently is set to only around 20 to 25% and the performance is very good. I would rather say that I have seen a number of Super LCD or TFT phones, but the color aspect ratio or the color contrast has never been this good. So Samsung has managed to dig this thing, that with the Galaxy J7 Max they have managed to manage and balance the colors very well on an LCD screen. So again you can see in this image the colors seem to be very good, and I'm seeing it in person, and mind you, I'll say that the colors seem very good. So don't worry for the screen. The 5.7 inch screen with 386 ppi does full justice at the price point. So quickly I'll be going back and we'll be switching into the next video to see how's the performance. So once again you can see that how vibrant are the green colors. So let me lower down the brightness a little bit so that you can feel the colors. So once again you can see that the blues, the greens, everything seem to be very crisp in nature. So quickly we'll be forwarding the video and let you have a look and analyze how's the color quality. So do mention me down in the comment section below that how you find the color quality of the screen. So the performance of the video player and the video quality is great. Again you can see here the green, the blues, the brown, everything seems to be very perfect in nature and very balanced. So kudos to the screen quality. So quickly I'll be going into the music player to show you the sound quality performance of the phone. The speaker is placed on the right side. So let's quickly change the track and we'll be using the next track. So I would definitely say that the sound quality was pretty awesome and the single speaker performs very well. So you have this camera ring around and it is a type of a notification LED. So if you get incoming calls, you get incoming messages, you can activate the notification LED from here, and like the camera you will get this glowing signal and you can set different colors to different contacts as in the edge screen of the Galaxy S7 and Galaxy S8, and you will be notified via the glowing LED signal. So a very nice feature in a handy budget phone. So quickly we'll be testing the internet surfing capabilities. We'll be using the default browser, the browser of Samsung. And let's quickly open this article which says that the Galaxy J7 2017 to arrive on cricket as Galaxy Halo. So yes, I'll be also using the Chrome browser, as a number of people tell me that the default browser is not very capable and I should test the Chrome browser. So quickly we'll be opening another article on the default browser and we'll be going back to the home screen, and we'll be using the Chrome browser not in the mobile mode. We'll be using the desktop websites of GSM Arena. So let's disable this, click next, and okay, I got it. So let's open the website GSM Arena. So here I get this website GSM Arena. Quickly, this is the mobile site. So quickly I'll be selecting the desktop site. So I just want to see whether the zooming in and the zooming out, the pinch to zoom and pinch to zoom out works fine or not, and you can see and observe on the camera that this works pretty fine. Let's open an article. Once again zoom in. So here you can see when I'm zooming in and zooming out, it is lagging a little bit, but that happens only till the point the article is not fully loaded. Once the article is fully loaded, I'll have no problem. So you can see here that I'm zooming in again and again and zooming out without a glitch of problem. So let the article load first and you'll get good results. Let's click on the second article, and once again the article has still not completed loading, but the phone performance and the zoom in zoom out works very nicely. So quickly I'll be using the multi application menu. We'll be using the calendar, going out and testing whether the applications are running in the same state or whether they run from the initial state. So just to check the memory management, I'll be using the video player, and you can see that the memory management of the phone is very good. I've been using so many applications, but still I go back to the multi-app menu, I select the video player and it starts from the place I left it. So kudos once again in making the memory management work very nicely. So next we'll be going into the settings panel, and from settings we'll be going in to the device maintenance and battery. So one thing I'll be showing you that the fast charging is not supported by this phone. So if you are expecting some very fast charges, please ignore that. It's a very good phone under this budget, but you will not be giving the fast charging, so you will have to manage it. But yes, I used the charger provided with it and it took somewhere around 2 hours 20 minutes to fully charge the phone. So very good. So you don't have this option of fast cable charging and fast wireless charging. So just ignore this. On an entire note, the device is very good. Whether it be the looks, whether it be the performance, whether it be the gaming, we'll be soon doing the gaming review also. So do stay tuned, and please, if you like my work, do hit the subscribe button to support and also share my video. So quickly coming up, we'll also be seeing the benchmark test. We'll be running two benchmark. First will be the Antutu benchmark and second will be the Geekbench. So let's see which benchmark performs well. So here is the Antutu benchmark, 97% complete, and we get the final scores as 32,347, which are very low scores. I do not even remember on which last phone I got these scores. The scores are very bad. I got somewhere around 44,000 on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, and the Redmi Note 4 somewhere around 50,000, but 32,000 is a very low score. But on the second note, I don't think that benchmark scores are the main thing that matters in day-to-day performance. And yes, the scores being low doesn't make this thing that the phone is not good. On day-to-day usage, I've been using this phone from last 2-3 days and the performance is very good with this price segment. So quickly I'll be also doing the second benchmark test, which is the Geek benchmark test. Going back to the home screen, clicking on Geekbench 4. So let's see that the memory available is 3.65 GB, the CPU is 1.69 GHz, 1080 x 1920, and the details of the model and the device. The GPU is Mali T880. So let's click into the history. So the single core score I got on the Galaxy J7 Max is 778, which is a very average score, and the multi-core score I got is 3457, which is an average score. So let's see how it performs under different games. So I have been playing this game Temple Run 2 from a long time on this J7 Max, and mind you that it runs very smooth even if I play it for around 1 odd hour. So you can see that the jumps, the swipes, the swings, everything go very smoothly. So I'll be using a number of games. So let's come into the next game, the Subway Surfers, and once again you can see that the jumps, swipes, everything work perfect. So on the gaming note, I've been gaming on this phone from last 2-3 days and I have not got any lags up till now, leaving one game which I'll be using just now, the Sonic Dash. And I've seen a number of good phones lag on this game. I don't know why, what is the thing that is working behind that makes things lag. See, if I'll be jumping over here, I'll be tapping the screen, you will be feeling the lag. So the dash is ready just now, and as soon as I click dash, so I'll be jumping once again high, and you can see here, see the screen lags, it hangs out a little bit. Once again I'll be swiping down, so it lags to a moment point. So let's come to the next game, which is the Riptide GP. So yes, it is working very smooth and I got good results. Let's start playing the Riptide GP Renegade. A little heavier than the Riptide GP, and a number of phones lag on this. The Redmi Note 4 also lagged on the same. But yes, the Galaxy J7 Max is handling this with very good performance. I really enjoyed playing this game on this phone. So let's come into the next game. And you can see that the performance on 90% of the games is buttery smooth. So you don't need to worry, as some games you will play, some you will not. And even if at this price point 90% of the games are working pretty smooth, then it's a very good deal. I hope guys the video was helpful, and so was the review. If you like my work, please hit the subscribe button to support me. Thanks for all the support up till now. Stay connected.